What is up, everybody? Welcome back to After the Huddle. As always, it's your boy Jacob, Jared here, Devin on the bottom. That didn't sound right. Pause. Uh, welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Took a little bit of a hiatus. Trying to search for the right things to do, try the right things to say. We've been talking about reworking the show, where we're gonna talk more about conversational pieces and things of that nature instead of just giving out information. We're going to talk about the information. That's what we want to do, because that's what we like to do off camera. We just, with me and Jared, and I know Devin, whenever we get together, we always talk football, and we talk about
Yeah,
we talk about the information, but we conversate about it more so. So
got a got a couple good questions for today.
yeah, we got a couple things that we were gonna go over. Uh, Nice to see people back in here. I lose some weight. I've been working, moving around a lot more than I previously have. So my girl told me that the other day. She was like, "Hey, I think your arms are getting smaller." I said, "I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing." I was like, I don't know. I
All
mean,
them all them
yeah, I just
stops.
well, yeah, I drive for Amazon, so like I'm constantly in and out of van, in and out of van, and what I like to do is you can like select the different stops and add them to that stop if they're close by. So that's what I like to do, so I can get some
That's
steps in
dope.
and walk during the daytime. Yeah,
Heck yeah.
yeah, no, yeah. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Uh,
Yes. Speaking
they
on
were
working
waiting
things
on
on
me. They
yes.
definitely were waiting on me.
Yeah, speaking on working things, we're going to the Super Bowl experience next week.
Yes, me,
Yes.
Jared, and Devin will be at the Super Bowl experience on Thursday, February 6th. We'll be recording. We're going to get some autographs, talk to some players, some coaches, hopefully. We're going to record our 40 times. I believe Jared is
Nice.
probably the fastest out of all of us still. Uh,
Maybe.
Jared,
I think
Jared,
Devin might have me by like
no,
uh,
Devin plays golf. He doesn't.
I don't know.
It's not the same. He's not running down the course to go to the ball. You know what he does? He hits that bitch and he's like, let's go get in the cart.
Yes. 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 You get me. But when it comes to
But
running a mile, then maybe I can get y'all.
yeah, yeah, you can probably get me at a mile because you don't smoke cigarettes or vape or anything like that. You just be
Well,
on the
that's my warm up.
legalization stuff.
That's my warm up for a workout.
Oh, that's your woman for a workout on a mile.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think when I
Start
was
that
when
off.
I was in high school, I ran a mile in like right above 6 or right below 6,
I know
close to
so
that.
Yeah.
my sophomore year I ran a 4.9. That's as much as I know.
Oh, you talk about in a 40?
Yeah.
40. Yeah.
Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way we were the same speed at one time because I was running a 4.9 as a sophomore. There's no way you would. Maybe I had a higher top end speed, but you always had better acceleration than I did.
So it might be even.
Uh, so,
We'll
what are
We're
your
see.
not
thoughts
We'll
on
getting
the
into
see.
that
Mayo
just yet.
experience?
It's
Oof.
been
Hey,
it's
hey,
been
I
a
mean, you
ride.
you know us white people love the Mayo.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh wait, we're not talking about that kind of Mayo.
Okay, Willis.
Hey, that what's that? Yeah, we have Will Levis, the mayonnaise king,
Bruh. The
the
meme
Mayo,
king.
yeah, the Mayo man himself. Uh, no, but yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit here. Um, the first thing I wanted to talk about, because this has been going on for far too fucking long now. How long will this KC dominance go on, bro? How long are we going to have to sit through this? Is it going to be the rest of Patrick Mahomes and Andy? Because I don't think it's just Pat Mahomes. Now the defense is really good, and I do believe that their playmakers aren't the best, but I'll do like Xavier Worthy, and they make it work, obviously, with Travis Kelsey also. But I believe the real key piece to this is Andy Reid.
Yes.
Is Andy Reid going to go down as the greatest coach of all time?
He's
Mm,
pushing for it. He's I
mm.
think second or third in wins, but I think Belichick or he's above Belichick now. One that I don't remember which one, but he's chasing
I
Belichick if
He
not.
just hit 300 this
So
season.
yeah, so he's up there then with Belichick.
You would have never called this during when his time has spent with the Eagles. You would have never seen this coming.
No, no, no. I mean, he was always a good coach. He just when he was with the Eagles, they couldn't really get over the hump. What's up,
What's
boys?
up,
Checking
dude?
out before I play some reg. Hey, drop that gamer tag, man. And tell me your position. I'll be playing 2K as well, man. I play as a shooting guard or a power forward, either one, preferably shooting guard. I also got a point guard and a center. I got every kind of build you can think of besides a lock because I'm just not the best lock. Uh, but yeah, what makes someone the best coach of all time? I mean, it in the same sense of what makes the greatest quarterback of all time. It can't just be about Super Bowl wins. It also has to be about
Right.
stats. It also has to be an eye test. Like, how did you perform when it mattered the most? I mean, I, whenever I think of Andy Reid and performing well when it mattered the most, it always brings me back to that playoff game. I can't remember if it was the divisional round. I believe it was the divisional round. And Pat Mahomes went out with the ankle injury, and Chad Henne came in
Hmm.
and they went for it on 4th down and 2
And got it.
and got it. Yeah. Like the
Yeah.
balls that man had to have to make that kind of fucking call with a backup QB is insane, bro.
Yeah.
Now, Chad Henne wasn't no slouch. He wasn't a franchise guy, but he wasn't no slouch.
Right. Right.
Um, I just I mean, me personally, I look at career wins. What's your percentage look like as well? What's your winning percentage look like compared to the number of losses that you had? And Andy Reid, even with the Eagles, man, they used to go crazy back then when they had T.O. and Brian Westbrook and Dawkins and them boys. And then, now he's been with KC the last 7, 8 years, and they've been to the
Hmm.
playoffs every single year that he's been the head coach.
Yeah.
Hmm. It's crazy.
So I mean, you got to look at it and all of that. Man, it's and Belichick still. I think Belichick is still, the guy to look at and be like, yeah, he's still the GOAT coach right now. But man, Andy Reid have
He's making a serious case.
yeah,
Right.
because if the Kansas City Chiefs win this game here, he's going to have uh was it
I
four or
think
five Super Bowl rings as a head coach?
he never won with the Eagles. Not that
Well,
I
he'd
believe.
he'd have four as a head coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he'd had four as a head coach. He'd have been to six of them because he lost two,
Yep. He
making
lost
him
it.
4-2. And that's one less law. Now, obviously, it doesn't equal the amount of wins because he's still what, four behind Belichick. Belichick got what,
Mhm.
7 or 6?
No,
Seven.
he's got 6 with New England, and he's got
See, I'm talking about just as a head coach. I'm not bringing
Okay.
up his two
Okay.
with the two
Okay.
Super Bowls that he had with the Giants, or the
Okay.
one Super Bowl that he had with the Giants. Either one. I can't remember if he was our D coordinator for that first one. I don't
So
think he
he's
was.
got 6 with New England.
Yeah, so he's got 6 with New England. He went 6-9. Well, I mean, sorry, 6-3. He went to 9 Super Bowls, right? Lost to Philly once, lost to the Giants twice. So he's 6-3. I mean, Andy Reid's second most in playoff wins, I believe. Second most in regular season wins and wins combined. He's up 2 Super Bowls off if he wins this one. And on top of that, he's going to be the only head coach to coach a three-peat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that brings me back to this question, gentlemen. How long is this going to go on? Is it Pat Mahomes? Is it Andy Reid? Is it the KC defense because their
That's what I was
defense
just
has
about to
been
bring
top five?
Spagnola.
Yeah, Spagnola. I mean, Jared knows all about Spagnola.
I mean, it comes down to all that, and then who are they gonna be able to keep throughout the years? Because we already talked. We all know like Travis Kelsey's got maybe like 2, maybe max, maybe a year left.
This
Uh,
might be his last year. If they three-peat, I
Yeah,
honestly believe
I
this is
think he
Travis
calls it a
Kelce.
career. Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all the above. Yeah, I could definitely see it being all the above. Oh, man, I'll tell you what, Chris Broussard brought this up, man. And I was at first I was kind of like, huh? I didn't really believe it. But then when he broke it down, it made a lot of sense. He said that Pat Mahomes. They're bringing up Pat Mahomes, and it's like this, and he's like Jordan-esque, and he's like Tom Brady-esque, and he's just a winner and all this. And Bruce said he reminds him of Muhammad Ali in the sense of he can win in so many different ways. Like we watched this man come early into his career, the same way Muhammad Ali did. Used his speed, a lot of quick jab, quick, real
Right.
quick with it. The same way Pat Mahomes did, dropping 50 points every 40 points. This Tyreek Hill throwing for 500, 400, 50 touchdowns, that type of deal. And then what happened when Ali left and came back? He was a little bit slower. He had to rely more on his endurance and his chin. He came up with the rope a dope and all that stuff. Now look what's going on with Mahomes and them.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
that they don't have the crazy weapons, now they're winning all of these close games down to the wire. Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs. There has been 9 close games. When I say close games, meaning a one-score game.
Yep.
In the playoffs that the Chiefs have had. He's only lost 2 of them.
Finds ways to win.
He lost to Tom Brady, the GOAT, right now, and he lost to Joe Burrow and them.
It's good company.
That's good company. And on top of that, if I'm not mistaken, both of those games were in overtime. I can't remember if the Bengals game was in overtime, but I know for a fact that Patriots game went into overtime.
Yes.
Because that was when Chris Jones or was it D Ford that lined up off sides?
Yeah. Yeah, because the ball tipped off. I think Julian's hand and the ball ended up getting picked off.
Got picked off, and it got called
Same.
back because line up off sides.
Same one, like a play or two right before that was the punt, and they said that Julian touched it, but he never touched it, so that review went, out the window. Then that happened, and then D Ford's offsides on that same thing.
Yeah, I mean, Devin, what's your take on this? Like, how long do you think this is going to go on? Do you think this is going to be all of Pat Mahomes' career, or or once Kelsey goes, is it going to be a lot tougher for them because they don't have that go-to guy anymore?
I don't think it's gonna go on all career. Like you said, how old is Andy Reid? Y'all, any idea?
Mm-hmm.
I think once that team starts, like I think Spagnuolo is probably gonna take a head coaching job at some point somewhere else, and then once like Chris Jones, these
Andy
players, I
Reid
don't
is
know.
66 years old.
Huh. And how old did Bill Belichick coach to? 70.
I think it's like 72, 73 right now.
So time, age is a factor as well. So along with all these guys trying to get paid, just the team getting broken down, and I could see that happening within maybe 5 years. I don't think this is gonna continue forever. Not
That's
throughout
fair.
his whole career. There's gonna become bumps in the road.
I'm confused on what the fuck is happening right now.
Bro, like I'm so done with StreamYard, bro. I'm so done with these people, bro. This shit makes no sense, man.
Like Devin's still frozen on my side.
What now?
Yeah, you're frozen on my side.
There we go. I got 3 screens and everybody's good.
Yeah, you're
I
not
don't
moving on
see
my
you,
side.
Devin. You're blacked out on my screen.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's blacked out on my screen.
I can see
Can
him.
y'all
He's
hear
just
me?
not moving. I can hear you.
I can't
Yeah.
even see him.
I can hear both of y'all, see both of y'all. I can see myself. I don't know what's going on. Let me try to back out and back in. Come back in.
All right. Anyways, worst comes to worst, we'll just get through this, and then I'll just put the audio. I can put the audio out.
But man, I'll tell you what, bro. This KC team is starting to get ridiculous, man. It's starting to piss me off.
Yeah.
Starting to be tired of this. I like parity. I want to see different Super Bowls throughout the years. I want to watch the Bengals and the Bills play each other. I want to watch the Ravens and the Bills play each other, for an AFC Championship game. There we go.
All right, we back.
Yeah, we good.
All right.
But no, man. Speaking of which, um, speaking of Bills, this was my other question that I had. Where do the Bills go from here?
Hmm.
Where do the Bills go from being in this position of constantly getting there, constantly getting there, constantly getting there, and then falling flat to
So
Pat
this
Mahomes? Is
this
this more Kansas City or is this more Buffalo? Because Josh Allen did look real flustered in that first half and antsy and nervous.
So let me say this. So like this one actually ties into one of the banners I have with McDermott being on the hot seat because he's a defensive minded coach, and that defense basically broke at the end. So I understand they're banged up and whatnot, and they lost their cornerback in mid
Tyler
game,
Rapp was out, yeah.
and Rapp was out. I understand that, but when does that have to like when do you need to address that? Because like I don't
They're
remember
gonna have
who
to
else.
address it in the draft and free agents. Their defense, they need more. Now, don't get me wrong, I still think that they need a little bit on offense. But that defense, look, it was not holding up the way it should have been. They need pass rushers, bro. They have no kind of pass rush. Von Miller is like 35 years old, man.
Yeah, and you know what makes it even worse, bro? Like Josh Allen was turnover like basically like cut the turnovers down all season,
All the way, yeah.
and then like you said, he just looked antsy out there in the game. Like I didn't actually keep track of the score. I mean not the score of the turnover margin for Josh, but he put the ball on the ground 3 times.
Mm. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't
one
realize
of them,
that.
one of them was a bad snap, like a bad snap,
Yeah,
like
but
they fumbled it. But the
and then
other two were definitely on him.
he fumbled that QB sneak where he
Hmm.
jumped over the pile. He fumbled that. He almost tried pitching the ball back on the 2 point conversion. Which when was the last time y'all saw an NFL team actually lose a point after scoring a touchdown?
That
Like
happened.
yeah, all right. So think about it. So Buffalo scores right. It's 17. I don't remember what the score was at that point. There's a flag on the play. McDermott decides, oh, let's go for two.
Yeah, I
Gets
remember that from the 1 yard line. Yeah.
and get stopped. So they didn't get this. They didn't get the 17. So now they're stuck back at 16. So they basically had a point right there if they would just kicked it.
Oh well, yeah. No, well they were down. Wasn't it like 21-19 when they scored and they were down by two?
I think this one was earlier in the game, but they did go for two twice.
Yeah. Um. Man, I'll tell you what, bro. I don't know exactly what Josh Allen needs to do. I have to be honest though. I believe it's a mentality. Like they went in there and just knew that they had to overcome this gigantic beast in Kansas City. And I believe that fucked with them in their minds, like that they couldn't. They're so scared of this team. I believe that they just always find a way to lose at the end. And it's not like they didn't have their chances. They had their chances, man.
Yeah,
They had plenty of chances to win this game.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
I
not
You
sure
know.
if they have the right pieces though, as well.
Well, my thing is, and we talked about this last season with the Ravens game when the Ravens played against the Chiefs, bruh. Why do you go all year playing a certain way? And then in
And
the
then
last game that you're playing,
in the
possibly,
playoffs,
you switch it up. Like
crazy.
you should have been running James Cook more. You should have
Yeah,
been running Josh Allen more. Why are you trying to consistently? You're trying to beat Pat Mahomes at his own game.
The way they came out the first play, that's what I thought they were about to do, run it down their fucking throats. Like,
You have a top 5 offensive line. All they have over there is Chris Jones. Send a double team.
well, I have to say, Carl Loftus has been looking good these past 2
It-
games.
that's fair.
I mean, that is fair, and they do have Nick Bolton, and they're no slouches, obviously. But you have a top 5 offensive line. You just ran for 167 yards against the #1 rush defense in the Ravens. They were the #1 rush defense. You ran for 167 yards, and then you come out against Kansas City and you want to throw the ball. Why?
That's
Which
that's what I was. That's what I brought up last time. I was like, bro, like they can't get into a shootout with Kansas City because we've all seen everybody in the league has seen how it ends with Kansas City getting into a shootout. Everybody down to 13 seconds with Buffalo. And how does that? I mean, you got to keep away with Mahomes. It's the same thing they did with Brady. You know, don't give Brady too much time. Don't give Brady the ball at the last second because we all seen how it happens multiple times, and we're now seeing it with Mahomes. Like, you can't get in shootouts with Mahomes. It's literally now a proven fact. You can't do it.
there is a recipe to beat them. You have to run the football. You have to be able to run. I think the Eagles have a strong chance to beat them this year, man.
Yeah,
Yo, hey, I,
this team.
hmm,
Hold on, I'll be right back. Keep
hmm,
going.
Like,
I'm
that's where
listening.
I'm at.
oh, well, I'm just saying, but because this is the recipe to beat them, you have to be able to run the football, and you have to play very tight defense. You have to disrupt these guys from the get go. There's 3 things:
Jalen
tight
Carter's about to be
defense,
a fucking
run the
monster.
football on offense, and you got to get pressure. You got to
Jalen
get him
Carter's
off
gonna have
his
to
spot.
have the absolute biggest game of his career right now.
I'm just, I mean, the Eagles are literally built to beat this team.
They are.
#1 defense in the league. Uh, they run the football. They average like 150, 160 yards rushing a game. I mean,
It's
And
it's definitely a different Philly team.
it is,
I think Saquon's gonna go off too. Birthday too. Come
and it's
Birthday,
on
on,
his
man.
birthday.
Dude,
Oh
come
man,
on.
his
Let's
his
go.
his first
oh
Super Bowl
man,
on his birthday. Yeah. I think everybody knows they're gonna try to run the
Yeah,
ball.
they're
It
about
seems
to.
that damn off tackle play that they run is like money, basically. He's scored almost every time he's gotten that ball on that play from the beginning of the season.
Mm.
yeah, man. It's Philly for the dub. Oh, coach, you got Philly.
I can't lie. I think I might be leaning with him. I haven't
I
made my
think
pick yet, but
Hey, I haven't
but you
made my
just
pick
can't
yet either.
pick. You just can't bet against Pat Mahomes. That's the rules now. Like that. Like that's the rule. Like
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you right now. I might treat it the same way I treated Brady.
I was
I
just
went
said
with
like, you
I
learned the
went
hard
I
way.
went with Brady every single. The only time there was 2 times one time I went with Brady. I went with Brady against the Eagles and he lost. The other time I went against Brady, and that was because they were playing Atlanta. And I took Atlanta in that game, and they were up 28-3. And boy, was I talking so much shit, bro. I was talking so much shit. And it's like Brady fucking heard me. Uh, I'm telling you, man. And I I've come to the conclusion. I'm probably gonna make my pick right here. I got Philly winning this game.
I was about to say because
okay.
I could see it in your face how much it hurts you saying that.
It does. It hurts me so bad, bro. Because if you look at it, it's the same recipe, bro. It's the same recipe that you're gonna have to use to beat Mahomes the way you beat Brady. and it's the same recipe. What's up?
You're picking Philly, but only if they stick to the goddamn game
If they
plan.
stick to the game plan, bro. If you have Jalen Hurts come out here and throw the ball for 35, 40 attempts, you're gonna
Right,
lose.
right. You
But
gotta stick to the fucking game plan.
for some reason, great quarterbacks that are basically, I wouldn't say that that Mahomes is carrying this team, but without Mahomes, they wouldn't be this way, obviously.
Fair.
Um, the thing about it is Philly has probably the best run game in the league. Uh, they have the best offensive line in the league.
Probably
They
one
have
of the
the
best
best.
defenses in the league.
They have the number one defense in the league. They can pass rush. They cause turnovers at an exponentially high rate. And for some reason, when these great quarterbacks go up against average to above average QBs with great teams around them, those great teams have won. I mean, look at the teams that Brady lost to. Brady lost to the Giants and Eli Manning twice. Was Eli Manning an elite quarterback? Maybe 1 year of his career, 2011, which was the year we won the Super Bowl. Yeah, Joe saying, "You beautiful bastard." Yeah, bruh. Yeah, oh man, yeah, big Philly Barkley's a monster. He is, man. Barkley, he's so good, bro. It's nice to see what he could do behind a good line.
All right, question. Now that we're on this whole line topic, what did they have any information come out about these two guys that were switching out? The one that switched out at halftime, like the one dealing with the back injury and the one dealing with the knee injury.
I mean, I believe that they'll be good to go. You talk about Jurgens, that's their starting center.
Right, Jurgens and the
They're
other guy
starting
that
center,
started.
and Landon Dickerson.
Mm-hmm.
He was also banged up. He got banged up in that Washington
And
game.
right.
Uh, but
So they're gonna be like cleared to go though. Like
they're not yet, but I believe they should be. They should be good to go by that time.
I was about to say, it got 2 weeks. Fuck.
But I mean, the Phillies just. I mean, they're so stacked talent wise across the board. It's hard to dictate which way that, because like you said, if they come out there and stick to a game plan of running the football, playing those tight defense, and if they win the turnover battle, they
Yeah.
should win this game.
Y'all think C didn't get a pick? Talk shit.
I don't know if CJ will. I don't even know if it's gonna be a pick. It's probably gonna have to be a fumble. Mahomes don't really throw picks. You might get like a tip pass, maybe, but like you're not gonna see like a Jared Goff slinging it over somebody's head right to the defender throw from him, unless he's getting hit while he threw the ball. But if Philly loses,
That's fair.
Barkley will still rush for over 160. I don't think so. I think if he runs for over 150 yards, they're gonna win this game. Yeah, what's good, Alex?
What's
What's
up,
up?
Alex?
What's up? I believe that even if he runs for 150 yards and Jalen Hurts only throws the ball in between 20 to 25 times, they're going to win this game with ease.
I think this team is completely different the last time they seen Kansas City.
Oh,
Like
fact.
the defense is completely different.
Yeah, and then it's not like you got beat because they were such a better team than you. You got beat because you gave up a defensive holding at the end of the game. Now, granted, nobody really wanted to see the call at that time. It was the correct call, but nobody wanted to see it. And that's another reason, bro. Philly has had the best defense in the league this year. They don't
Yeah.
give up big plays.
With 2 starting rookie corners.
Yeah. No, Fucking Cooper DeJean, nobody scored on that white boy all year long.
Crazy.
I mean, he was also part of that strip fumble. From the opening get go from when in that game.
Yeah,
It
I'll
was
be honest.
him and Zach Bond.
I'll tell you who's who's impressed me the most on Philly's defense, and y'all probably not even gonna guess his name. But I guarantee you, if Cozy's still in here, he'll agree with me. It's Reed Blankenship. Reed Blankenship was sorry as fuck last year. He was. He was sorry as fuck last year. And that's something that we talked about in the offseason. I even brought up his name individually, saying the same thing, how shitty he was last year, and can he step up? He a brother too. No, man, I'm telling you, Reed Blankenship has been the most improved guy on that team. From where he was last year to where he was this year. Oh, Adam Thielen scored on him. Oh,
The white
see,
on white crime.
yeah, I'm about to say it took another white boy to do it. He's Cajun. Oh, so I'm not white because I'm Cajun. Is that how that works?
Check your damn DMs, Coz.
Cooper Creole.
Cooper Creole. There you go. But man, I'm telling you, man. I think Philly's gonna win this game. As much as it kills me to say. It really does. It fucking pains me to say it. I will be glad if Saquon gets the ring though. He
I
deserves
can't
it.
lie.
Oh, definitely.
I want to go back to one of our early episodes when we did our picks for Super Bowl. I think it was like week 1 or something. I think I had Eagles in there.
I believe I picked the Ravens in San Francisco. No, I picked San Francisco and the Bengals. That's right.
I don't
Yeah, the
remember who I
Bengals. Yeah,
picked.
you were high on the Bengals. Yeah.
Yeah, man, and they would have been in the playoffs too, bro. If that defense wasn't so historically fucking bad in the first half of the season. Like that thing historically bad, bro. When I mean historically, I mean like there's a list and it has all the worst defenses on it of all time in the top 10, and they're smack dab on that motherfucker. Like, well, obviously you picked the Eagles. Fucking Bengals, bro. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow had one of the best seasons I've ever seen out of a QB, and they still couldn't make the playoffs, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you what, I'm not a fan of the Bengals, but I can kind of somewhat understand how y'all Saints fans felt all those years with Drew Brees throwing for 5,000 plus yards and 40 plus touchdowns, and then you can't even win a playoff game.
Nor an MVP award.
Nor an MVP award. Oh my God. It's like Josh Allen is dealing with the curse of Drew Brees and Phillip Rivers. Because he can't win an MVP, he can't win a trophy, and he can't win a fucking Super Bowl. Like,
You know, I wrote a comment on Twitter under somebody's thing. I can't remember what we were talking about, but I was like, I was talking about the Bills. I was like, imagine being in the same conference with Brady for like 20 something years, trying to get to the Super Bowl, and then your previous teams go 0-4 straight in the Super Bowl.
all against NFC East teams.
That too, and go 0-4 straight, and then have to face that Brady stretch, only to get blocked going from the Super Bowl.
Again, by Mahomes.
Exactly. Facing Mahomes, that whole Mahomes era. Like,
are they more cursed than Cleveland, bro? That's because like, what would you rather be? Would you rather be one of these top teams that are fighting every year but can't get to the pinnacle, or would you rather be a dumpster fire of a team with new hope every season?
The dumpster fire one. I'd rather that than having to get all the way there and have to deal with that fucking heartbreak.
Bro, and it's not like you got there and you get there every now and then and you failed. You get there every year. You get there every year. Now, there was a stretch in the early 2000s where the Bills weren't that great, but since they've gotten Josh Allen, you got in there every year. You cannot get it done. All these stats don't mean shit if you can't win. No, you're right. They mean absolutely nothing. They mean absolutely nothing. Rather be a top team. I've been a dumpster fire for too long. Oh yeah, that's right. You're a Miami fan. I wouldn't really
Damn.
call y'all. I wouldn't really call y'all a dumpster fire. Y'all were in purgatory. Y'all were in football purgatory, where y'all were good enough to not get a top pick in the draft, and not really, but y'all were still bad enough to where y'all weren't bringing in top tier free agents. And you weren't picking too high. And when you're in that 17, 18, 19 range picking, it's hard to hit all the time. It's hard to hit all the time. But I mean, I'm going through it. I mean, all of our well, me and Devin's team's going through it. You have hope with a rookie QB right now, with a QB going into his second year.
Yeah,
The Saints and
Dude,
the Giants, we don't
we
know what
don't
the
even have
fuck's
a
going
head
on.
coach.
Yeah.
Fucking
that's
stupid.
wild.
I thought Mike McCarthy was y'all's head coach.
No,
No.
bro, I don't want him. I'd rather it's right now. It's between Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore.
Well, I seen it. McCarthy's not coaching this year,
Hey,
so
good
Well, if
for
that's
so
him.
the
he's
case,
done.
then it looks like Kellen Moore might get that
From
opportunity with the Saints.
from what I've heard, he's apparently the favorite to get it.
But I mean,
Nobody wants to come into this situation.
nobody
It's
wants
it's
to be
it's it's
everybody wants to be obviously everybody wants to be the team.
Right.
Now, I don't know if we'll ever see it in my lifetime to where, the Giants will be the team because we can't get a front office, right? But I mean, you got that's where it starts, bruh. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's the players. Who drafts the players? Who picks up the players?" You know,
right now. Yeah, me either. Exactly.
Uh, why would
Nobody
Kellen Moore
wants
take
it.
the job? I mean, it's a head coaching opportunity that he's never had before.
Yeah.
He's never had a head coach job yet.
Everybody else has turned it down already. Though Cliff Kingsbury, Joe Brady. Everybody else has turned it down.
They're not. I don't. Maybe the Dolphins. Maybe the Dolphins. I don't think the Bills or the Bengals, unless the Bengals start off slow again. Like, because I don't know if y'all seen this, but Joe Burrow's win-loss record in the first half of the season, or like the first four games, it's god awful. It's terrible. Now
Cincinnati's always started out slow.
they win on the back end more, like middle to back end of their season, but they start off slow every year. And I gotta put a lot of that on the head coach. I think that's a lot on Zach Taylor, you know. But
Bless you.
I don't think Sean McDermott's going anywhere right now. I mean Josh Allen carried this team, but like he's the head coach. They were still the second seed in the AFC, you know. Granted, you run into Mahomes and Andy Reid every year, you can't win. I still don't think he's going to go anywhere. Nobody expected the team to go to the AFC Championship. Nobody had the Bills going to the AFC Championship.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah, you're
Zach
right.
Taylor definitely got to be on the hot seat. No, no, big facts. I do agree with that one. I do agree with the Bengals and the Dolphins. Mike McDaniel's after that 1 year, I told y'all I thought that the Miami was going to take a big step back this season. I'm going to say they take a huge step back, but they did take a step back. Excuse me. Um, they did take a step back, and on the flip side with the Bengals, you had one of the greatest offensive seasons out of a QB, one of the greatest offensive seasons out of a wide receiver, and you still couldn't make the playoffs because your defense was so god awful. And the crazy part is this is how bad the defense was. We weren't even talking about the offensive line all year long with the Bengals. We were just talking about the defense. That's how bad they were.
Yeah, at one point it was the offensive line.
They're going to have to attack defense this offseason. Uh, and then on top of that, what do you do with T. Higgins? Are you going to resign him?
Mm.
Are you going to let him hit free agency? Because if he goes
They
in free
haven't.
agency, someone's going to pay him big money.
Yeah,
Isn't
I
it both of
mean,
them? Isn't it
yeah,
both Chase and Higgins?
I believe
No,
so.
Chase,
Yeah.
Chase, they signed Chase.
Okay, so they did pay Chase. Okay.
Yeah, we win this year. Kellen stays. We hit another playoff run before win season next year, and the Bengals shit the bed again. Bengals might have to jump. I don't. That's the thing. I don't even. If y'all win, this would be the perfect time for Kellen Moore to leave.
Yeah.
I mean, this
'Cause-
this this is the perfect time for Kellen Moore to leave. I mean,
yeah.
now do the Saints have the best job of? I mean, to be honest, I think the Patriots job was the best job available this season. You could say the Patriots, or you could say the Bears. because the Bears are still loaded with talent. In my opinion, they got a good defense, rookie, a QB coming off a decent rookie year,
Hmm.
and you got weapons around him. You just need to
New
shore up that
coach.
offensive line. Yeah, you need to shore up that offensive line. On the flip side, you
Not
got the Patriots. What are you saying?
not Vegas.
No, 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 not Vegas. Vegas doesn't have a quarterback.
Yeah, but they got the number one pick, and you can start off with your.
No, they don't have the number one pick. They got
I
the like the
mean,
fifth pick.
The
yeah,
Titans got
okay.
number one.
Titans. I keep fucking getting that fucked up. I don't know why. And my cousin keeps fucking ranting about it on Twitter.
The Patriots. The Patriots have a QB coming off a solid rookie season, as
Pro
well
Bowl
as as well as having the most cap space in the league. They got like $126 million in cap space
and the number 4 pick.
and the number 4 pick. It doesn't get much better than that. They have a chance to go get Abdul Carter,
Yeah.
and if they do that, oh my God, that defense is going to be disgusting next year, in my opinion. Because then
Yeah, because
they're gonna have some pass rush, and you still got Gonzo on the back end, who's definitely one of the best cornerbacks in the league. Only if he can stay healthy, though. That's his problem right now. He's dealt with too many injuries already.
yep.
Yeah.
I know not the year that just ended, but the year before his rookie year, I know he was hurt for the rest of the year. So he didn't
Oh,
get
Chase
paid.
didn't get paid. I thought they paid him. My bad. I thought they gave him a contract last season. That's my bad.
That changes a lot of things.
That does change a lot of things because now after a Triple Crown winner, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
That
I mean, it's
literally
been
that Cooper Cup just said it like 2-3 years ago.
yeah, yeah. Now you got Jamar Chase, and Jamar Chase is in his prime,
Yeah.
and he does not get hurt. Knock on wood.
Yeah, because I mean, right now you have to decide like how are you going to pay both of them?
You don't.
Yeah, I don't think you can. Unless and this just goes back. The thing about it is you can if you could draft like the Eagles. That's the thing. See, the reason why the Eagles are able to have so much talent on the offensive side of the ball, one, they drafted well offensive line wise. Their offensive line, they draft and develop offensive linemen really, really well. But they've hit on defensive picks: Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Quinion Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Reed
The
Blankenship.
the entire Georgia defense.
That Bond kid.
He's from New Orleans.
Um, they have another linebacker that's hurt right now. He might be back. I don't know if he is going to be or not. I can't remember his name.
Pisses me
Nakobe
off.
Dean.
Yes, N'Kobe Dean. Yes.
I don't. Cozy, is he coming back? If you're still in here, I don't think he is though.
I don't know. I don't know if he's coming back or not. But they drafted so well defensively. You know what I mean? So that's why their defense is so good, and they're able to pay a quarterback. They're able to pay a running back. They're able to pay AJ Brown so much money. Oh, he's not coming back. That's gonna hurt a little bit. But I'll tell you what, that Bond kid, man, he's good. Man, he's
I'm
good.
pissed off about that. We had
I
him
was
on the
waiting.
fucking practice squad, son.
Y'all had him on the
Bro,
practice squad with New Orleans. I know you fucking
bro.
lying.
Kick return.
Wow.
He had a couple of games
Wow.
at linebacker, but I mean, yeah, bro. Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy work.
Zach Bond, Trey Henderson. I mean,
Trey Henderson. Yeah, Trey
Henderson.
Henderson. Yeah. Yeah.
CJ
Great
Gardner.
Yeah.
Come, these guys come to New Orleans, they go somewhere else, and they're balling out. Like, I
but
think somebody on the Chiefs too. To be honest with you, I forgot.
look at the Giants, bro. The Giants. I don't know why, but the Giants don't retain their best players. Like,
Yeah.
they just don't. I don't get it. Oren Burke stepped up and got him from the Niners depth chart. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like y'all develop players really well there. So y'all are drafting well, which gives you a lot of cap space to pay for talent in free agency. Those things go hand in hand. when you're able to draft well and get good players on cheap contracts, then you're able to go in free agency and spend a lot of money for even better talent to put around you. That's
Problem
the
is we're
problem.
not using it
And
though, right?
I had my homie the other day at work. He asked me this question. We were sitting there talking. I just gotten off of work. We were sitting there talking, and he asked me because we were talking about this game coming up, and he goes, "Man, what?" I was like, "Man, the Eagles they just draft well. That's why they're able to pay so much." And he asked me this question here, and I'm gonna ask y'all. He goes, "Why do you think that is?" I was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Why do you think they can draft so well, but other teams can't draft as well?" And I
You
told him,
got. Go ahead.
well, I was about to say, I told him for this exact reason. There's two reasons. One, because not every scout is looking at the same thing. Some scouts look for certain things, other scouts may look for other things. Um, some watch more on the field and what they see on tape. Some people look more in person, like drills, stuff like that. So it's dependent on how well a scout can dictate how good a player is going to be.
Yeah, because
And
each
number
scout has
two,
got a different position to look into also.
exactly. And number two, when it came to free agency, you got to make your place, you got to make your situation desirable for other teams, for other players to want to come there.
Yeah.
Why do you think Washington was able to pull in Austin Eckler? Why do you think they were able to trade for somebody like Marshawn Lattimore? Those players wanted to go to Washington because they see
Because
the culture change.
yep, they see what Dan Quinn's doing. They see they got a competent offensive coordinator who was up for a head coach position, but I think it's smart to stay with Jaden. Honestly, I think he fits his scheme perfectly. I think the only other place Kingsbury could have went was Chicago, but that got taken by Ben Johnson. So I understand why he stayed.
Yeah. No, Cliff Kingsbury has to show that he can coach again, man. Because when he was with Arizona, they had like one good year and that was it.
Yeah,
And that's the worry that I have for Washington right now is that did they use that one good year up already?
that's
Because
fair.
because and we as football fans know this when you come into a second season and these teams are a little bit more prepared for you and they see they got a whole season's worth of game footage and stuff like that. It's a lot harder to win against opponents when they're more better prepared. When you come in as a rookie, nobody knows how you're going to play.
Yeah,
Yeah, granted they've gone through the whole season, but even at the end of the season, they don't know how you're going to be in the playoffs because we've never seen you here before.
Example, CJ Stroud.
There you go. Example, CJ Stroud. Well, I will say this. I put a little bit of an asterisk on it because of how many injuries that they dealt with. Tank Dell
that's
gone.
fair.
Nico Collins was
It's
out
fair.
for like
Yeah,
4 or 5 games. Diggs was out for the
Diggs,
back half
yeah,
of the season. You
yeah,
know,
hmm
you lose all three of your wide receivers. What the fuck do
yeah.
you expect? You know
Yeah,
what I
and then
mean?
he
And then
and,
Nico came back, but he's by himself.
and he also lost Slovic too. Slovic's gone.
Yeah, their offensive line wasn't that great this year either. And Joe Mixon, they tried to carry through Joe Mixon, but once teams figured that
Joe
out,
Mixon got
hey,
hurt as
stop
well
Joe
too.
Mixon. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once teams figure out, hey, stop Joe Mixon, we can win these games against the Texans. The problem with the Chargers is that they have Justin Herbert as their quarterback, and he's I believe he's Peyton Manning that can't win. That'll
Mm.
never win. I don't think Justin Herbert's ever going to win a Super Bowl. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
I mean, look at the division they're in,
Yeah,
and I think the Raiders are only going to get better.
yeah. With Pete Carroll now. Yeah,
Pete Carroll, and then you go draft a quarterback, or because what I think is actually going to happen, I think that Cleveland is going to trade back with the Raiders.
I really think the Raiders are trading up to go get Shador if he doesn't go one.
I believe either Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter is going to go in the top three.
That's fair.
I don't think the Giants will trade up. I don't think anybody's going to want to trade up to one because I guarantee you Tennessee is going to be asking for a lot, even if you're at the 3 spot,
Yep.
like the
Now,
Giants are.
now does Tennessee go get Travis Hunter?
You either go get him or Abdul Carter if you're not going to take a quarterback. I mean, because they do have Snead over there, so you got some cornerback, but you don't really have any pass rushing.
Yeah, you got Jeffrey Simmons over there, but
And they
you
got some
know
people saying that Abdul Carter is the best pure player in this draft.
he low-key reminds me of Parsons.
He does.
I went and
He
watched his
he,
tape.
he really does, bro. He's and same school,
Yeah,
Hmm.
same
same
number too. I
school,
think.
same 11. Yeah, same number. I mean, we'll talk more draft when, after the Super Bowl. I mean, we'll be able to get into free agency and drafting and stuff like that. But all right, y'all. Let's talk a little bit about this. Let's talk about this NFC Championship game a little bit before we go. We'll talk about each game real fast. Um, so we got we had the Eagles. They played the Commanders. They win what 55-27.
29. No,
29. It was
Something
crazy.
like
They
that.
something
scored
like that.
a double nickel, bro. 55 in the NFC Championship game is insane. And I'll tell you, granted, it didn't it I didn't think they were going to score that. I thought it was going to be a closer game than that. But
Yeah.
man, it looked the exact same way that it did the last time they played. All these turnovers by Washington just absolutely killed them. The third down out of bounds hit on Saquon. An absolute drive killer for Washington because the Eagles were able to go down after that and score a touchdown.
Yep. Fumbling the kickoff.
The fumble kickoff by McNichols, bro. De'Ami Brown, they were driving. De'Ami Brown fumbles it.
Austin Eckler's fumble.
Yep.
Bro, oh my God, man. They just so many dumb penalties, so many dumb mistakes by Washington. Granted, you got to give the Eagles credit because a lot of those turnovers, you could see them going for the ball, actively going for the ball. It's not like they were just mishap fumbles. No, they caused those fumbles.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They were punching and clawing at everything. I mean, look at the first one. Like you saw them going for it, and
Yeah,
sure
you
enough,
saw
doop, popped out.
Yeah, man. Was I surprised? I wasn't
No,
surprised by the Philly winning. I was surprised by how much they won by.
that's fair.
I thought it was going to be a closer game. I really did. I thought it was going to be something like what we saw in the AFC Championship game.
Oh, can we touch on this whole rule thing about what they did with the 1 yard line thing, where the rest were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we can eventually award a score if y'all don't chill out."
Um, that is true. I mean, they do the same thing for offenses. Like remember we talked about that with the false starts. That's why they stopped. I don't know. Wasn't it Bill that did that shit against the Tennessee Titans? They kept getting delay of game penalties and running the clock down.
Yeah,
hmm
Oh, what's up, coach? Look at the shit eating grin on this motherfucker, bro.
Hey, Duval. That video is so funny, bro. I cannot stop watching that video every time it pops up on my timeline. He looks
Oh
so
yeah,
weird.
yeah. If somebody said he has negative aura.
Bro, none. Every time I watch it, bro, it's because like one eyebrow's like crazy arched, and the other one like matches it halfway
it's
through.
it's so bad.
It's so
But
funny.
I mean, do
Dev,
y'all think he's gonna be good there at all? Like, I
I
mean,
don't
he
know.
made Baker look great last year. Their offense looked good.
He made Baker look good twice because he was on the Rams when Baker was there.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's actually
okay.
a good. That's a
I
Yeah.
good
think I,
stat. That's
I
a
think it's
good
going to be
drop right
good for
there.
Trevor Lawrence for sure.
Facts.
But
He needs a career revitalized.
Yeah.
let me get this introduction out the way. Dev, this is Cozy. Cozy, this is Dev.
This
What's up,
man
brother?
pointed this way and then said, "That's Dev and that's
Oh,
Cozy."
on
It's
my side,
mirrored, bro. We are mirrored. You gotta
wait,
go the
Look,
way.
whatever.
on mine, he's right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
you're
You're
on my
here.
right, Jake.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's
Anyways,
That's where you are. That's where he is.
yeah. It's like the Brady Bunch. Hello down there.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no one over there.
But no, well, coach, since I got you on here, man, how you feeling?
I'm wearing my Barkley jersey. Thank you again. I'm feeling very confident, honestly. I think this might be the most confident I've been all year for a game. Call me delusional, call me crazy. I think we're smoking the Chiefs.
Yes, it's smoking the Chiefs. Ooh,
I
I don't know if y'all.
I-
I don't know if y'all smoke them.
That's what everyone says. That's what everyone says, and that's fine. Everyone has their own opinion. I'm so confident in this game. I was more nervous about the Commanders game. I was like, they did put up a lot on our defense last time. We didn't have Jalen Hurts. We didn't have Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. That's fine. They put up a lot on us. They beat us. It's a divisional rival. They just beat the Lions. Like they might be on a little streak. And then when I saw that Saquon run, I was like, oh, hold on now.
Yeah. Yeah, when I
And then
saw
I
the
saw AJ
Saquon run, I
touchdown.
was like, oh man, here we go.
When I saw everything, I was like, nah. Nobody. Fuck that. The Chiefs are a worse team. Their record does not show who they really are. They are a worse team than they were in 2022, and we are a better team. Our defense is revitalized, revamped. The two weakest things we had in 2022 was our run game with Miles Sanders and our defense, which was a bunch of 30-something-year-olds
Yeah, a
and
lot of old
James
guys.
Bradbury.
Yeah.
And it's
You
like,
got a crazy amount of sacks that year, though.
yeah, that's, again, the sacks. Like I was talking with someone today, and they were saying the sacks, and I was like, the sacks, like that's a great stat, but look at every other stat, and we win. We gave up less total yards. We gave up less total first downs in passing and rushing. Like we allowed the same amount of touchdowns passing, less rushing touchdowns this year. So it's like our defense is better all around, and I think anyone that watches it, it's not flashy because we're not getting 70 sacks, but we have like 18 guys on defense with turnovers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying before you had joined up, man. And that's what I was saying. Like they don't. It's not like they're getting these lucky turnovers where guys are just dropping the ball or it's a tip
like a
pass.
tip,
And
yeah.
no, they are causing these fumbles. They are creating turnovers defensively.
Peanut punch.
It's been crazy how much they've actually been going for the ball, very aggressive. Now that can bite them in the ass, but at the same time, if like in the Commanders game, if it occurs, then it changes the entire complexity of the game.
And I think that's the only way you can end up beating Kansas City. Whether it's Barkley running the ball, or you got to cause turnovers because you got to steal either possession or two from Kansas City, and you got to capitalize on it.
I was gonna say what I've noticed from our defense is a lot of times what you'll see that is not the fluke, but like where teams mess up on is the first guy there is the one going for the peanut punch. The first guy to the tackles is trying to get the ball out, and that's when dude shakes him off, and then they just run down the field. For us, I feel like it's always the second guy.
Yeah, it's that gang tackle. Yeah,
second guy comes in and bow. And it's like I said, usually like the games I've seen, even with Eagles games in the past, it's always the first guy going in like trying to do the punch, and it's like you just missed completely, and dude.
You missed it. Now he's gone now. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing? I saw it a whole lot last year, but this year, like I said, I'm seeing like more first guy coming in, wrapping up, and the second guy like.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what they teach you when you learn how to tackle too. You either hold them up or you.
Yeah, hold him up so the second guy can come in and go for the ball, or just take him straight down. Don't let him get yards after catch or continue yards after contact.
Right.
But I think I haven't been able to talk to you, but what's this? How do you feel about this whole AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts thing? Like,
y'all don't really be getting on
man's
Twitter.
reading a book on the sideline, not giving a fuck.
This man is a menace on Twitter, and it's hilarious.
Personally, I think it's dumb. I think it's just is it over there? I think it's like just nonsense because like they're best friends on and off the field. Like they are literally Jalen is the godfather of AJ Brown's kid,
Yeah, if I remember right, I think they trained to get this dude. This motherfucker here.
Bro, so that whole debacle happened. Like the next day, my mom texts me and she's like, "Did you get the package?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Check your door." And I like go up and I see an Amazon package. I'm like, "Fuck is this?" And I like grab it and I feel like it's flat. And I'm like, "The hell did my mom get me?" And then I open it and I'm like, "Oh, you fuck! What the fuck, dude? I wasn't gonna buy this shit. I had no intention of buying a book." But yeah, my mom got. I actually read like 3 pages. I was like, all right, I can see why people read this shit for sure. It's definitely inspiring. That might be all I read though.
Nah, I mean, like I was saying though, I
They're
think
friends.
if y'all could run the ball
Mhm.
150 yards with Saquon, Jalen throws the ball in between 20 to 25 times efficiently, man, it's gonna be very, very hard to beat y'all. Man, it's gonna be very, very hard.
See, one thing people keep saying is that like Kansas City's defense is it's so good. It stops the
Their
run.
defense
It's
was
like,
good.
yeah, but James Cook put up 85. Joe Mixon put up 88, or maybe it was vice versa on those. It's like, okay,
Which is
that's
crazy to
cool.
me. He gets 85 yards and they stop running the fucking ball. Like,
That's
bro,
exactly. You think we're gonna stop running with Saquon if it's working?
Nah.
that was so stupid to me.
We
I felt
don't
like
care.
that
We're
was the
not trying
game
to
right there.
because Josh Allen is in the category of stats over wins. We can't have James Cook, but we need Josh Allen to look good. Jalen Hurts does not give a shit. Jalen Hurts will sit there and just
Gladly
32
just
times a game if we win the game. He don't care about Super Bowl MVP. He wants the trophy. He does not care about that stuff. Nobody on this team cares about awards or accolades. They want the main one that the team gets. That's what happens when you win a Super Bowl. You don't go, oh, this guy is like he gets the trophy. No. Well, that's the Super Bowl MVP. But like not one person gets the Lombardi. The team gets the Lombardi. You have all these people fighting for these individual accolades throughout the season. And like that's cool. Doesn't help you win. Doesn't help you win when you need it most. In the playoffs, they say you need a run game and a defense. And the
Mm-hmm.
Eagles have the top 2 of both. And they're
Yep.
not 2.
Mhm.
I'm happy.
Y'all gotta-
personally. Like I said,
Y'all got at least a top 2 offensive line too.
yeah.
It's definitely
100%.
it's the best offensive line in the league, man.
Another thing too about that Commanders game is going into it, the whole Jurgens injury. At first, I was like, oh, like I am kind of nervous because Jurgens is good. And then I looked up and I was like, oh, Dickerson played a little bit of center in college. All right, we're straight. Because I saw another stat where it said that with Dickerson at center and Steen playing guard, it's the biggest and heaviest offensive line like ever.
God damn.
Like the shortest person on that line is Lane Johnson. The smallest
Damn.
person on the line is
That's a
Lane
big ass
Johnson.
dude too.
Everyone's big. So it's like, all right, cool. I'm okay with this. And then like when we started playing and I saw Dickerson playing, I was like, oh, we're straight. I have zero problems, like zero concerns. I'm confident. I'm confident. If Jurgens comes back and he's healthy, which I think they're both gonna be healthy, they're both gonna be fine. Jurgens comes back, we're still gonna be good. If Jurgens gets injured during the game and we have to swap again, we're still gonna be good.
Yeah, I thought that Jalen Hurts injury was gonna affect more so than what it did,
Bro.
because I mean they still ran. I mean he ran what 2 touchdowns in still. You know they still
Yeah,
ran with
3.
him. I was very surprised about that.
That clip was not good looking. When he
Yeah.
bent back, I was like, no, not a fan. And then in the tent for a minute, and I'm just sitting there like, God damn it. And then when I saw I heard, or I didn't see it first because I heard whoever the announcer was, they were like, oh, Jalen Hurts is out of the tent. He's jogging. I was like, all right, we're good. All right. And then I saw the fixing the knee brace. Jalen Perks.
Jalen Perks.
Pull the page out of Brett Favre's book. Jalen Perks went out there. I was like, okay, I'm good. And then on the injury report for the Commanders game, when I saw there was like no limitation, I was like, oh, okay. All right, cool, sick, great, good, great, wonderful, grand. I love it.
Yeah, I didn't think Quinyon Mitchell's injury was going to affect too much because it was a shoulder injury on a cornerback. That's not that huge of a deal.
No,
He
I
got
saw
his
what
first
they
pick
said
of the
it
year, I
wasn't.
think, too.
Yeah, and then he got a second one.
Yeah.
The only person who hasn't got a pick yet, my boy Cooper.
They said that
boy
with Quinyon Mitchell, he didn't
Bijan.
have a pick all regular season. He caught 2 in the playoffs so far.
Bro, insanity. because Chauncey kept stealing them. He would have had 2, and Chauncey stole 2 of them.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about this AFC Championship game. Chiefs win 32-29. They hold off Josh Allen's comeback at the end. What y'all think about that play at the end there? Josh Allen just kind of like heaving it up. You think Kincaid should have caught that ball?
Yes.
I think he tracked it horribly.
Yeah,
You see the
I
play,
think
he
so
like
too.
goes this way and then jumps back. Like, what do you do?
I don't understand the hype behind Kincaid. Like, I still think Dawson Knox is a better receiving tight end.
Yeah.
That's just me personally.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
You think they wasted a first round pick on him?
Yes.
First round pick on a tight end?
Yeah, Kincaid was a first round pick.
Oh,
No, I'm saying
shit.
first round pick on a tight end. Yeah. The Philadelphia Eagles look at that and go, ugh.
I believe he was in Laporta's class too.
No. Wait, he was. Wait. were both last year.
Wasn't Kincaid a rookie last year?
Was he
Yeah.
a rookie last year or the year
Yeah.
before?
Yeah, no, he was a
Kincaid-
rookie last year because that was when
Yeah.
they drafted him, and then they started implementing him and Knox in the offense.
Yeah, so he wasn't Laporta's class.
Yeah, it's just a dumb move, especially when you need. I just don't get it. This need for like front offices to not get their guys weapons. Like Mahomes can do it with anybody because it's Mahomes. Like he's a freak of nature. Stop trying to put people in that league. Like you're not.
Yeah.
I'm so fortunate that Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie are like, listen, we don't care. We want to get as many weapons as possible. We do not care about the stats over wins thing. It's like Josh Allen, he did great with Stephon Diggs. He did just as good without Stephon Diggs, but it's like, bro, you need a wide receiver 1. Every team needs a wide receiver 1.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you, babe. She did our dishes, guys. She did the dishes. What? Oh, she didn't do. Yeah, she didn't do anyone else's. Just ours. But I think it's just crazy. Like Lamar, like I've been saying for years, Lamar needs to get Devontae Adams on that team. Devontae Adams and Zay Flowers would go crazy.
That's
and the
fair.
Jets situation it's not looking hot. It's not looking like a hot commodity.
No.
You know?
Well,
Because it seems like Garrett Wilson's out the door.
I didn't think Bateman was that bad. I mean, granted, Bateman obviously and Zay Flowers aren't number ones in my opinion. I mean, Zay was looking
Right.
good this season.
Bateman
But
is
I mean,
great
Bateman had
for
a
touchdowns.
touchdown. Yeah, he had a touchdown in every game in like the last like 5 or 6 games. I want to say of the season.
Yeah, he was going insane. But it's like you need a number 1 guy, like a guy who is a number 1. Devontae Adams is a number 1 for sure.
There's a lot of wide receivers going to be available in this free agency. A lot. DK Metcalf's going to be available for a trade. Deebo Samuel's going to be available for
the
trade.
The Seahawks should be terrible to trade him. The Seahawks have a phenomenal wide receiver core. Their quarterback just sucks.
Dad, do you think the Saints trade Olave?
Hey, to be honest, at this point, I hope so. 4 concussions this early on in your career. Oof.
And he's had 4 concussions.
Yeah,
4.
This year he had at least 2 or 3.
Trade him to the Dolphins.
Him and Tua can be on concussion protocol together.
I'm joking. But no, that's terrible. And like the last one was bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
never
that
came
last
back.
one was bad. Yeah, that
He
last
didn't come
one
back
was
to this
bad.
for the season.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I think the Saints are in shambles.
So,
Right now
They're
they
gonna
are.
They're gonna have to trade Kamara. They're not getting a first for him. They're getting like
No,
a 3rd and a 5th.
they're gonna get a 3rd. Yeah,
Maybe.
they're gonna get maybe a 3rd or a 4th for him. I don't think they're gonna get anything higher than that.
But whoever gets Kamara would be crazy. Because
No, it depends
Still
on
a
where he
good running back.
goes. Yeah, it
well, yeah,
depends on
depending
where
where he goes.
I mean, what decent team right now needs a running back?
I think he could be a good running back too for the Eagles.
This
at
dude
you.
here.
How much help does Jalen Hurts need?
Maybe the Cowboys.
Cowboys, that would be a very good pickup for them, honestly.
That's if they don't go get. And that's if they don't go get.
They
Gentry.
could go get Genty. Yeah, they could
I
go get
think that's what's
Genty in the
gonna happen.
draft.
Get both. Like
Yeah, you could
Montgomery
get
and
both.
whatchamacallit.
I mean, look what Washington. I mean, that seems to be almost everybody. I mean, Gainwell had been looking decent. Man, that Shipley run was such a backbreaker, bro.
Shit was
That was like
I-
insult to injury. It was
Bro,
terrible.
didn't even let Gainwell get in. They were just like, Shipley, get out there. Go get a touchdown. Breaks
Well,
off
Gainwell
70. You're
got
like,
hurt. Gainwell got
Right.
hurt on,
'Cause
on,
he
on
did
that kick
jump.
return.
oh, the kicker. I was like, but you saw that one jump tackle. He like jumped and like threw himself and got smoked. Like, bro, what are you doing? Just slide or something. What do you do? Just run out of bounds. Jeez
But
Louise.
well, we're approaching that time. We will be back next week for sure. We're gonna
I had
talk.
more to talk about. I had to join late. I had dinner.
Yeah, it's getting late. I got work in the morning.
Yeah, we're
So-
gonna get you back on.
Yeah, but we're gonna start getting back into it here. Super Bowl week and then off season. We're gonna talk all that good stuff. Like we said, we're going to the
Super Bowl
fan
experience.
experience on Thursday. Can't wait for that. That's gonna be awesome. I also put in a request to go on to First Things First as a fan
Yeah.
for an audience for a ticket. So if
Yeah,
y'all are
and
watching,
the-
y'all might
And
see
the
me on
NFL
there.
honors.
Yeah, well, he put in NFL honors. I don't care about the NFL honors.
Yeah, I still think it would have been cool to go.
I don't care about
Yeah, I don't think
Chris
I ain't
Godwin?
worried about it. To be honest, I might get the ticket,
It's-
but I ain't going to.
Yeah, it's just a seat filler thing, so it's not guaranteed.
Yeah,
I'll
Oh.
just be watching.
yeah. But but we'll be back most likely next weekend, like Friday, probably Friday. Talk about the game a little bit more before everything, maybe Thursday or Friday, either one, depending which day I'm off. But no, that's it. Appreciate Cozy, appreciate you joining.
Coach, you want to plug
Congratulations, man.
anything?
As much as it pains me to say, congratulations, making it
Thank
for
you,
your team, making it a Super Bowl, bro.
Well, hey,
No.
thank you, first of all. We couldn't have done it without you. And I'm not trying to say that to be petty. I'm being genuine. I'm being genuine about that. Like, thank you.
He really couldn't have. Not without because if we would have signed Saquon back, yo, I don't think y'all would have been this good.
No.
We wouldn't have. Absolutely not. But, you know.
Hey, that's how
You
the
didn't.
dominoes fall, man.
That's
Giants
how
don't know how to
cookie
retain good
crumbles.
players. Yep, the Giants just don't know how to retain good players. It's terrible.
I don't know how
But-
they keep. I don't know how Joe Schoen still has a job, honestly. Not to
Oh
keep
my
this going.
gosh.
Like, I don't get it.
No, dude. None of us get it. None of us get it. Even
He
me,
got
and I'm a fan
dirt
of the
on Mara.
team. I said this before. I can understand you keeping Dable because I do believe that Dable is a good coach. I really do.
Yeah.
But Joe Shane has to go, bro. There's no excuse. He has to go. He is not good. Every
No.
decision that he's made outside of the Brian Burns trade has been bad.
Yeah.
Because now it started. I could defend you after if you had just made the Daniel Jones thing, but then done everything else correctly. But you did one really, really bad thing, then you did a good thing, and then you did another really, really bad thing. It's not the really, really bad is does not. It's being outweighed. I mean, it outweighs the just one good thing, and it
Yeah.
wasn't even a really, really good thing. It's not like Brian Burns went crazy this season.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this is a good trade. Cool. Like, it's a good guy to have.
Yeah, no, this was a good. That was my
What else do we
exact
have?
reaction. Yes, that was my exact reaction. Oh yeah, no, that's a good trade, man. That second and a fifth, hell yeah, take that.
I honestly was kind of pissed at first. I was like, damn. I wanted to try to get him, but like you guys got him. I was like, all right, well, who are we gonna get? Oh, we got
Yeah, I
Zach
think-
Bond. Sick.
I think we're gonna
Big
trade. I
pickup.
think we're gonna trade Thibodeau.
I was-
I'll be honest.
I wasn't big on Bond when we got him, by the way. I was like, all right,
Who's
Zach
this
Bond,
guy?
cool, baby. Yeah, who's this guy? Now I'm eating crow over here. I feel like a moron. I'm like, cool, sick. Fuck me. That's cool. I'm an idiot.
Oh yeah,
I
I,
don't know,
didn't have
Bob.
much tape to look at on one.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
Nobody did. That's
But-
why no one liked him.
we appreciate everybody joining. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cozy, what's y'all's YouTube information?
Swoop Boys Entertainment, Swoop Boys ENT on YouTube. If anything, just follow me on Instagram. I have a new Instagram that I like using now. It's cozies.corner.
Okay, Cozy's Corner. I like that.
I got my clothing. I got my merch, my
When's
Philly stuff.
the pod coming back?
I don't know. Everyone's kind of like working and stuff right now.
Yeah,
Rico
that's
got
basically what we've been going through.
Rico got like his shift changed, so like It's just the times are all messed up. Now we're just trying to like just make like little content videos on Instagram, which is actually going crazy. The content videos, like the small ones, are going crazy. We want to get back to like doing streams and longer content on like YouTube and stuff like this, where we can interact with people. But like I said, the hours are just a little messed up. Probably better in the off season for us, but like I said, just quick little 17-second clips of me ranting.
Yeah. Well, all right, y'all. We'll be back next week, Super Bowl week. Y'all enjoy it till then. We'll see y'all then.
Go Birds.
There you go.